12:37. I film on my phone, so I can't show you what the time is, but trust me, it's 12:37. Hi guys, today I am doing an oily skin diaries video. It has been a while since I've done one of these, so if you're not familiar with it, basically I put a foundation on my face, show you the application, give you my initial thoughts, and then show you what it looks like after a couple hours, because I do have oily skin. So if you are interested in seeing any of my other oily skin diaries videos, I'll link those down below. Today it is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. It is 1 fluid ounce, so same size as your regular foundation. Actually looks eerily familiar to your Matte Velvet Plus from Makeup Forever. So packaging is super nice and sleek. It has salicylic acid, witch hazel, camphor, tea tree oil, and aloe, which are all said to be acne fighting properties. I had never heard of camphor before, so I looked it up. It's an antimicrobial, so basically it helps with any bacteria that's on your face, which would then of course in turn lead to acne. It's said to be lightweight, disguise any redness on your face, of course help with blemishes, and even your skin tone. So I'll give you my thoughts as it goes on as to what I think about all of those qualities that they say it has. It retails for $6. I mean, e.l.f. always has amazing prices, and they always go on sale. So for some reason, even though it's cheap, I'll only buy it on sale. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, I'm going to show you what the application looks like. It does have a little kind of, I don't even know, squeezy tube kind of thing. It is a very thick consistency. And I'm wearing mine in the shade Caramel. It's a pretty good match. My face is so pale right now, but my body is not as pale. I'm going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush and just buff it into my skin. So there you have it, one application. I did put, it's hard to say, like it's not really a pump or anything, but that is what it looks like. I didn't put on a lot because like I said, I do find it gets a little bit cakey, and it does dry down matte pretty fast, or kind of a satin matte finish, but if you put on too much, it definitely feels cakey and you can definitely see it on your skin, so a beauty blender would come in handy if you don't want that kind of caked up look. But for an acne fighting foundation, of course you're going to want it to be full coverage because you have acne on your face and you're going to want to cover it at times. So this is what it looks like. So I really, I like the coverage. I think I would say medium to full buildable with the potential to cake. But I do really like the coverage of it. So I'm going to just put on the rest of my makeup and show you what it looks like, and then I will show you how it looks at the end of the day, and I'll give you my final thoughts. So now I have all of my makeup on. I didn't really put on much. A little bit of blush, lipstick, I already had mascara and eyebrow gel on, and a little bit of banana powder under my eyes, and a little bit of MAC Studio Fix, a little bit, just a fluffy brush, and powdered my face. No setting spray or anything like that. I did find right after I put it on, if you put on too much, it takes a little bit longer to dry down, but if you just put on like a thinner layer like I did, it dried to a, I would say, more matte than not finish, kind of a satiny matte finish. So if you don't have oily skin, I don't think you would need a powder with this. I'll show you a picture of what it looks like with flash in front of a window, and then this is no flash in front of the window, and this is flash kind of in like a, not necessarily a darker corner, but without any natural light. It looks okay. I mean, I find when you take pictures just like that, no foundation looks good. Maybe it's just me. I just haven't found one that looks really, really good in flash photography and doesn't wash me out at all. So it does perform pretty well. I took a look in the ingredients to see if there was any sunscreen. There is titanium dioxide, which generally means there's sunscreen, but it's not listed anywhere what the SPF is. And one kind of bummer is it does have parabens, and I didn't really notice that before I purchased it, which is something I generally try to avoid, but it does have parabens in it. So if you are trying to avoid that, that is something to keep in mind. It's currently 12:37. I film on my phone, so I can't show you what the time is, but trust me, it's 12:37. I'll come back in a couple hours and show you how it's wearing throughout the day. Okay, so it's now almost 7:30, so I've had the foundation on for about 7 hours. I'm definitely oily. It's killing me. It killed me not to blot. But you can see, yeah, pretty much oil slick status. That being said, still good coverage. So I'm just going to give you kind of my final thoughts. It did start getting oily about 2 hours in. And it has gotten more oily as it went on, but not a ton more oily. So it wasn't like horribly oily, just it got oily and then kind of stayed there. It didn't really enlarge my pores, but it also didn't minimize them. So if you do have big pores or really textured skin or kind of more mature skin, I would definitely stay away from it. It definitely looks like you have makeup on your face too. Not necessarily a bad thing, and you can always apply a little bit less, or maybe apply it with a beauty blender would kind of thin it out, but something to keep in mind if that's really not what you're going for, or if it's what you're going for, then perfect. I have little notes here written down. What else do I have here? It didn't oxidize, which is good. Basically, oxidization is after you put it on your skin, it gets a lot darker. So it pretty much stayed the same color, and you can still see I've got, actually can't really see it on camera, but I do still kind of have my blush on and whatnot. But I'm just going to show you. I would have worn it for a little bit longer, but I'm going out, so I can't leave myself this oily mess. Like during the day, if I like go to pee or something, I'll just take a little bit of toilet paper and just blot my face. You don't need to add any more foundation. It doesn't take any of your foundation away. You don't use powder. And now I'm not oily. So, I mean, it's a good foundation. When I'm doing an oily skin diaries video, I look for 4 things. First of all, the coverage. Coverage is great. It claims to be lightweight, which I think it's a little bit heavier than lightweight. It is pretty full coverage. Secondly, the longevity of it and the amount that it minimizes the oil on my face. It definitely lasted long, but it didn't minimize the amount of oil or oil control. The third thing is packaging. And I really like the packaging. I like that it has a little squeezy tube thing on there, so it makes it really, really easy. And the last thing is price, and it's $6, and it goes on sale all the time, so cannot complain about that. Overall, I think it is a good foundation. Downfalls are the parabens and the oiliness. The good things about it are the coverage, the longevity, and the price, and the fact that it has some oily or acne fighting properties in it. So overall, I think it's good. I mean, you know, weigh your options, see what you think is better, and let me know down below if you've tried it or if you do plan on trying it. And thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Filming the Gimme More Lip Swatch video. This is the most awesome kit I've ever gotten before.